see something happen, and then you're going to see something happening, meanwhile in a different place. So could I get a suggestion of something that is in your bathroom?
Bathtub.
Floss.
I lost.
Floss. You gotta really get in there, Morgan.
Dad! Flossing is hard for me because my teeth are so close together.
I know, but if those suckers ain't bleeding, they're not cleaning. They gotta be clean, or else you're not gonna get a date. And the planet's gonna say, my daughter's a loser.
Dad!
Meanwhile, if you're not bleeding, you're not going to get a date.
Oh, that looks so painful.
We're samurais. Deal with it.
I just like to not get hit by any metal object.
Everybody knows the first rule of being a samurai. If you take out a sword and also want a date, you have to bleed and then sheath the sword and then you'll get a date.
All right, let's do it.
Meanwhile, on a date. No popcorn.
I'm allergic.
Well, I guess this is how it's gonna work then.
Yeah, me allergic to popcorn.
Meanwhile, it's Congress. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to pass this bill.
I'm trying to speak. Sorry everybody. Like TV, can we talk about this after?
I'm the president.
President, I know you're the president.
I'm the president.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's gotten into Mr. President.
Mr. President, everybody.
Meanwhile, the elementary school student council, I'm the president.
Sorry, dude, you just can't put chocolate milk in all the drinking fountains.
When I was elected to this position, I was told I would have real power. If I can't put chocolate milk in drinking fountains, where does my power lie?
Your power lies within you.
Was the chocolate milk in me the whole time?
Meanwhile, on a farm, this cow's just giving out water. It's just water,
It's
right?
just water. I think I could go on a run and just come back here, you know?
I mean, milk is a good recovery drink.
Meanwhile, on a
I
run,
think.
bringing milk in our kettle bags is the worst idea.
Oh, I'm so thirsty!
It's so warm!
Can we stop now?
Meanwhile, on some camels. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Wait a minute.
Got your straw?
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, at a camel food factory. Oh my God. If I make one more batch of camel food, I'm gonna die, probably.
I know, Roger. This just keeps getting better and smellier and
You know, I thought cakes for dogs was weird, okay? I thought clothes for dogs was weird. And now there's food for camels? What's next?
Meanwhile, at the making gross things factory, it just keeps getting better and smellier.
I'll say, grubs.
Yes, please.
In a high school locker room. Yeah, it just keeps getting grosser and smelly.
Yeah.
In the bathroom, it just keeps getting grosser and smellier, Dad. I don't know what to say.
You should talk to your mom about
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the tired joke factory, this one's called It Keeps Getting Better and Smellier.
Yeah, that's tired. I'll write it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to show this to the boss.
I think we have to. It's a job.
That's a good point.
Well, the tired smokes factory.
cloaks factory is the newest invention.
Chris! Chris! I thought it couldn't be done. A cloak that is too tired. Good job, Chris. You'll die in peace.
Now we're going to play a game called the Laran. Basically, it's a game that all takes place within a small town, so everyone knows each other. And it's in round. Okay, can I say a suggestion? Any?
What?
A suggestion?
Apple orchard.
I'm sorry, what?
Apple orchard.
Apple orchard!
Every year the apples get a little bit smaller.
Yeah, you fit them in your mouth easier. Now I can pour them in one bite.
I still takes me down.
Well, you always did have the tiniest mouth around.
You always did beat me at that apple eating contest.
I do have an enormous mouth. I think that's really what makes us a good apple picking team is our oppositions, our differences. It's our differences.
Like how I can reach the ones up here.
And I can only reach the ones like right here. And I have strong legs, I can carry a lot of apples. And you have just a little less strong legs, so you can carry just not as many apples. So I can carry whatever you're missing.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
I'm thinking about leaving the apple picking business.
Rochelle. We've been apple picking together ever since we were 15.
No, but that's been a whole 4 years. A long time to be picking apples.
But I thought we'd be doing this until the day we die, next to each other, on this field.
I've been thinking about that, Steve. I'm thinking I don't want to die on this field.
Well, where else is there to die? I don't see anywhere else around, Rochelle. This is all we have.
You have a big city to explore.
A big city. I thought we hated the big city.
I was thinking we just take a couple apples. We go and see what there is out there for us. Maybe, stay with me. Farmer's market.
Farmer's market? I'm not for a farmer's market. I'm a picker, not a farmer. And we're not going to market what I pick. I give them back to the real farmer, and he does what he does with them. That's none of my business. I'm in the orchard, and that's where I'm meant to be.
So you want to be a salesman, huh?
I think I got it. I think I got what it takes to be a salesman.
You seem like a real energetic type.
I tried.
That's exactly what we need here. Selling bicycles is not an easy task. Let me remind you that. Selling bicycles is not an easy task. Repeat after me, selling bicycles is not an easy task.
Selling bicycles is not an easy task.
Very quick. Listen, we live in a town where not many people apparently want to buy bicycles, but we gotta sell them. You gotta know how. You gotta dig in deep.
Dig into the bicycle.
No, into the people's brain. You have to get to know them. Live with them for a few days. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so like move into their houses and stay in their guest room.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You knock on the door, say, "Hi, would you like to buy a bicycle?"
Hey, would you like to buy a bicycle?
Great, I need a place to stay for the next week. You say,
Dad, all the kids at school think you're weird.
having seen the way they live, I have to say the same about them.
Well, the problem is they're starting to think I'm weird by extension. And I just can't live with that.
Let me tell you something. Your friend Alex, you know Alex?
Yeah.
Do you think you're weirder than him?
I don't know anything.
Well, Alex, he'll play with his Legos, but he doesn't clean them up, the little bugger.
Your friend James?
Yeah.
You think you're weirder than him?
Well, no.
James here wakes up every morning and has a bowl of Wheaties.
That's not weird in the slightest.
These are just the things I know.
James said you look like a raisin. I just can't be known as the child who has a raisin for a father. I don't know how I'm going to make it through the 3rd grade. I mean, I'm already freakishly...
Son! I wear this purple corduroy suit because I look comforting. People want to be in their homes. People seem nice to me. I'd like that to live with me for the next week. I'd also like to buy a bicycle for this man. And they do! Jerry may be weird, but he owns a nice bike now, and so does Alex.
Well, at least Jerry's mom still lives with them.
She may have taken all the other corduroy suits. She may have taken over the other part of our business, the apple orchard business. She may have been a better parent than me. She may have stayed out of people's homes. But gosh darn it, if I haven't sold a half dozen bikes in this past year, I don't know what I have done.
Oh, Dad. I'm so
Ready to play video games, Ron? You like video games, right?
Yeah. I love video games.
Yeah, okay, so, I'm playing Mario Kart, ready? It's real super speedy, right?
Yeah, it's speedy. Almost as speedy as the cab that schlepped my dad away from town.
Oh, wait, Ron, what's that? That's not Mario Kart words.
My dad left town because I said, well, I conveyed the information that James thought he looked like a raisin, and that was just too much for his poor shriveled brain.
My mom said to never say anything James says, ever.
Yeah, I know, and that's good advice, because clearly that's why my father left me.
Well, geez, Bucko, where are you living?
Well, I didn't really know how to say this, so I'll just say it. I live under your porch. And anything you've ever heard that night, that's probably me trying to go to bed desperately under your porch. And if you see food missing from the house, it's because I've been stealing it and eating it because I'm so hungry living under your porch.
So you mean there's not a nightmare raccoon?
No, it's just me and your porch. And my pet raccoon. He's a nightmare. Nightmare raccoon.
Ron, that's a lot to handle. You can stay in our house, that's no problem.
No, I wouldn't want to intrude. The porch is fine. My nightmare raccoon guards me from any other small critters that may try to eat my
The raccoon
clothes.
has to go, Ron. You can't have a raccoon in our house.
Whoops, if the raccoon goes, I go. Are you gonna throw me out? Are you gonna throw me out from your porch? I haven't asked anything from you. I'm just living under your porch like a goddamn maggot, okay? And you have the gall to throw me out because of a raccoon?
Ron, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that at all.
I hate coming over to your house and playing Mario Kart. It's never about Mario Kart. It's always about me living under your porch. It's always something.
I hate nightmare raccoons, Ron. I don't want that here.
I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave if you don't want the nightmare raccoon, and if that's the end of our friendship, then so be it. My dad just left, okay? This porch and this raccoon is all I have.
I'll take attendance now. Me, and you. Jessica's here. I'm here. Well, I guess we can start the meeting now. Oh, Rod can't come today. He had raccoon issues. Okay. Does anyone have anything they'd like to say? Announcements, maybe?
You're a bad teacher.
I had a friend, and then we got into a fight, and he's gone. Are you my friend? with myself. This is imaginary chalk. Yours is in.
So it's like there.
No, yeah.
It's like that. It's like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Okay.
Mine's like right here. Ready?
You destroyed your bubble. And I'm not willing to share mine. So are you my teacher or my friend, or in situations like this, I have to remove myself completely from the situation, and so at this moment I am neither. I am myself.
Does that mean I can be teacher? Okay, so in Mario Kart there are mushrooms, right? And they make you go fast. Just get that down. Get it down.
Okay.
And then there are these big, spirally mystery boxes you drive through, and sometimes you get mushrooms, sometimes you get shells, and there are all these kinds of things you can get. Are you getting it down?
No, I was just writing my name at the top of the paper.
Oh.
I'm a slow writer. And a listener. Were you ever my teacher?
Oh, hi, sweetie. This is sweet. Are you okay? I want to roll over.
Mom, you're in my bubble. Get out of my bubble.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you know that I hate tea. I only like milk.
It's fine, but you
Tea with milk, but hold the tea. That's what I always say.
It's time that you start growing up, sweetie. It's time that you start acting English. English people are...
Mom, you're in my bubble.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but I got to go now. You got to bed. Just leave it away.
Just because you're taking Shakespearean theater class does not mean that you have to start talking in a British accent. Does not mean that you've changed my entire
Identity.
yes.
Oh, but isn't it going to be lovely? You'll have self-esteem and you'll be a good teacher. Oh, you could even be like all those English professors and Downton Abbey or something. I don't know.
No, Mom, I can't. Because I was just told the other day
What?
that I'm the worst teacher in the whole world by my only student in the whole class. And then I thought to myself,
Yes. I'm not very surprised, sweetie.
I didn't finish my
Oh, I'm
sentence.
sorry.
And then I thought to myself,
Sandwiches?
this is the end.
Oh, darling, you do have to start taking theatre with me. It gives you light and self-esteem and to be or not to be. Do you understand?
To be or not
About
to
your
be.
inner person. You're not being very personal, so chop chop. Hello.
Sure, you've been taking my class for quite a while now.
Oh my God, you're absolutely brilliant, my daughter. She's really turning it around.
Really?
Yes, she
You've been
has.
teaching her some things that I've been teaching you, yes?
Of course I have. Of course I have. And Nikki's influencing her now. She's becoming a new persona.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's quite a bit. I never would have thought you would have been such a good teacher, too.
Oh, I never would have thought it. Everybody said that she was going to be the one to teach her, and she is, but I always thought it was me.
Well, as your teacher, I can say for certain that you will go places.
England?
Perhaps. Maybe just the theater downtown.
Would it be Irish or English or Welsh? United Kingdom, I simply love it.
I'd hope it would be English. Have you learned nothing from my class?
I just love how English you are and how you portray yourself, and I want to learn more. I want to learn everything.
Well, I'd be happy to teach you more, but there is something you should know.
What?
I'm not English. That's right. It's just an act I put on, just like I teach you to be English.
Oh my goodness! If you're not English, then what am I?
Well, you're whatever you were before you started teaching. Just as I was before I started taking my class.
I don't get much mother anymore.
But, Mother?
I used to think that.
I didn't know, I'm sorry. I've heard only things of the Bud Mothers. I didn't realize that you, too, once were one of them.
Does this change anything about my teaching?
Well, it certainly makes me more sympathetic to your class.
Oh, I see.
I can't imagine being a Bud Mother.
It was tough, but I'm moving on.
Well, good. You're English now, right?
Yeah, I am English.
Dad, I think, I don't know it'd be this hard. I think it's time I go.
Well, where are you going?
I go make a life for myself. Rochelle left the apple orchard. I mean, I realized I go where Rochelle goes. I think I'm in love.
Well, son, if you're in love,
Can
what?
you stop the accent for a second? This is kind of a big moment for me. I love this town. I don't want to leave it, and I love you, and I don't want to leave you, and this accent is kind of taking me out of it.
Sorry. It's okay. If you love her, you should go.
But I will.
I love you, son.
For our next game, we're gonna do a Herald. So if I could get a suggestion for something you find on a picnic.
Ants. Bread. Cheese.
Ants! All right, so when I had like a real vendetta with ants. And I used to, when I was little, whenever I would see anthills, I would always cover them up with my feet.
You bastard.
Well, listen, they started to improve it, okay? Sir? Boy, what a day. So I would always cover them up and I would stop ants and I hated them. Because when I was very little, when I was like 3 or 4, I had an ant farm. Nobody believes me when I tell this story. I had an ant farm, and I swear to God, the ants toppled the ant farm and came out and they started biting me all over. It was like the most terrifying moment of my entire life, and nobody believes me. And I hated ants for so long, and I would like avoid whenever big piles of ants don't like really freak me out. So they're all gonna attack me. And I hope you guys believe me.
So, as you probably know from your own experiences, in the spring and summertime, bugs get all over your house. And my brother has decided that he can create contraptions that catch them. But we don't believe that they actually do. But we'll just come home some days and they'll be like paper funnels over my dog's dishes. And like weird jars filled with who knows what, sitting on all the counters. And he swears by them, and they just keep appearing. And I know who any of them are, but they do not stop the bugs.
So I have a lot of ants. Aunts, maybe. Not the British bug. So my dad, the reason I have so many ants is because my dad has like a ton of siblings from my... Learn something new every day. So my dad has a ton of siblings because my grandpa was divorced and remarried a lot of times. So I just have all these aunts, and like you know how family things go at holidays and stuff. Well, these family events are just always crazy because there are so many relatives there. And I'm not explaining this very well. What I'm saying is there's always just like people, and I hate talking to relatives also. I should mention that. I hate talking to most people. So there's always all these relatives that I have to talk to, and holidays are just like boring, except for the food, you know, and like, God.
find out where it's
Yeah,
coming from.
you see it following you and you say, hey! And see what happens. It might either keep staring at you or it'll trot away. And at that moment, you'll know.
This is why you get paid more than I do.
I know.
You have brilliant ideas. And I just can't believe you never encountered this dog.
Well, I mean, I'm stuck inside putting stamps on mail. So no, I don't get out much. Don't have time to interact with the dogs. But I'm glad you do. You bring back great stories all the time.
You sound a little upset. You don't get to encounter the dogs here.
I'm inside of a box with multiple boxes behind. I'm full of boxes. Okay? That's the way I envisioned my life going. In a box.
Samantha,
Yes.
it's okay. I mean, some people have to live their lives in a box. Some people have to live them being stuffed. A creepy ass snag which is dog.
You know what? And I really don't know which one I would choose. It's really a toss-up.
I'm gonna do something for you, Samantha.
Okay.
I find this creepy, butt-wiggling dog
With the snarl lips.
Smile in, smile at you, side-eye. I'm gonna bring him here. Let you feel what it feels like to be followed by a dog.
And then maybe I'll keep him and name him Snuggles.
I mean, if I find out he doesn't have a family, that's a great idea, but otherwise I
Right,
think you're
no,
like,
right.
thanks.
No, yeah, no, I'm into that.
That's good. Check it out, Dad. So this is the tallest one yet. And if I climb to the top, I can probably find my sister. Probably see where she is from there. I'll find her.
Well, I guess this is our best chance of finding her, so, I mean, it's better than any other idea I've had.
Yeah, those police officers gave up way too early. They didn't even think about building a tower.
Yeah. I don't even know what the police are doing these days. They're just, they're just, oh, yeah, I can't find her.
Oh, we searched for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They didn't even build a tower.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Try a month or so, or more.
Try a month of building.
Yeah, a month of building, a few months of climbing. Yeah, that'll work. I can't even believe that she got out in the first place. She was in her bed and just whoop out there.
Just right out the door. She even said goodbye.
I know, right? So unlike her. She's always like, bye, bye, bye. It's like, oh, did I ever tell you that was her first word?
Yeah, the only one she ever learned before she left. I hope she learned more out in the world.
Oh, she'll be fine. I mean, it would be great to find her, but I'm sure she's doing okay.
What if we don't find her? What if we climb to the top of the tower and she's not around?
Well, she's not going to be up there.
No, I mean not around. We can see her from the top of the tower. What if we can't find her?
Cheer up. She always was the smart one. Not you. I don't mean you.
No, you're right.
I just mean she was very smart. Like you're super smart, but she's like.
I mean, I built this whole tower.
Yeah. I don't know how to engineer a tower.
Hey, I don't see.
You don't see her up there?
Bye, 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 bye.
What'd you sing?
It was something. Hey! It might have been her.
You saw her.
I think I may have.
It worked. I told you it worked. Well, I didn't, but.
She'll be home.
Well, come on down and let's go get her.
She went that way.
Okay, well, come on down and let's go get her.
Yeah, let's go get her.
Oh, sorry. Your Mabel? That's your name?
Of course I am.
I'm Mabel. Sorry. My dad is Ed Tankersley, and I have a lot of trouble figuring out which aunt of mine you are.
I forgot to show you my ID, I'm sorry.
Oh, Mabel with an F.
Listen, who do I give my ticket to?
It's me. Sorry, I'm taking tickets for the family. just having so much trouble with this, with an identity crisis and being Ridley Tankersley. It's just so, I don't know what to do with so many aunts. It's really like existential.
Listen, there's a line going all the way down the street. You gotta get it together, buddy.
I'm sorry, you're aunt number 52. That is so many aunts. Who knew one family could contain that number of aunts?
You gotta talk to your grandma about that.
Grandpa!
What is it, Rick?
What? I just got the aunts, Grandpa. So many freaking aunts. To my armpits and aunts.
Hey, I'm sorry. I had a lot of women.
Grandpa, it's just like, why, why just keep having children? You think a person would stop at like 70?
I just love kids so much.
Excuse me, can you tell Aunt Evelyn and Aunt Janine to scoot over? There's only so much room on this floor. We've got already 20 of them as it is.
I did it for years, alright? You can tell them.
This is your fault, It's your fault our family has problems resolving conflicts. Because you could never parent 70 children.
What do you mean I couldn't parent them? Of course I could. And I did.
She parented them all right. Here they are.
They're all alive. They're all still moving.
Alive? Still moving? This is 2015, Grandpa Tankersley. We have higher standards for what constitutes parenting than why my kid is alive and moving. We are not pilgrims. We are not the sodbusters, okay?
Listen, Tankersleys, if we don't go to bed soon, Santa is not coming. Right, give me my goddamn presents.
How to kill all the bugs in your house.
Step 1, make sure that there are bugs in your house to kill.
Step 2, put on giant rubber gloves.
Step 3, get a tennis racket and cover it in tape.
Step 4, play some 80s power pop and get pumped.
Step 5, take a Velveeta bath.
Grab a giant rack and just whip it.
Step 7, get a big old bag and scoop them up.
Sit down. Oh, okay. There. Where are you going, Peter?
They're escaping. They're escaping. I can feel it. What are you talking about, Susan? All of the guinea pigs in the guinea pig hole. No, they're not. They're safe inside. We put them to bed like an hour ago or something. They're not going to get out. No. They're making a little guinea pig ladder, and each one they can cooperate. They got herd instincts. One's climbing up, the next one's up, the next one's climbing up. They're gonna raise themselves up. Great upper body strength guinea pigs. Those tiny little paws. If anything, they're raising themselves up out of those big old teeth. Hooking themselves. Yeah, see? But that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening because they're like, I don't know, like, where would they go? They love what we feed them and whatever. They want out of the hole. If you were a guinea pig, where would you go on vacation? Yeah. No, but where? Oh, I don't know, on vacation. Probably to Guinea Pig Vegas. By which I mean like a cornfield. Yeah. It's like corn. Just like much. Like and I'm sure there's lots of little guinea pig ladies, little guinea pig men, young, right for the taking. Yeah. And then they do some things that they aren't very proud of. Like when they run into that other guinea pig that they haven't seen in a really long time, and then they're like, "Oh, make
pig love to meet guinea pig. That's what I would do if I would all the guinea pigs in guinea pig Vegas. And Janice, I am concerned for their well-being. Well, I mean, do you feel like we need to go check on them? I mean, did you go check on them? You go beanie? Oh, because you're shucking the corn. The corn, right? No, of course. Dad, my invisible friend Patricia's not answering his invisible phone calls.
Child, there is a reason I built the tallest playpen in the world. It is so that you could not get out. You may not contact the outside world, not with invisible phones, not by walking around in the outside world. You're here, and that's where you'll stay.
Dad, you've cut off all connections with Patricula.
Child, I can't hear you through this concrete wall. Speak up.
Dad!
There you go.
Why am I in this tower?
Keeping you safe.
He was an imaginary policeman who also was the mob boss. He controlled every bad guy and kept them away from me, Dad. Now all the invisible mobsters can come through the walls and get me in this tower I'm trapped in.
Paul, you may be dealing with the invisible mob, but I've dealt with the visible mob. And let me tell you, they're much more than visible. I am keeping you in here to keep you away from the mob. What are you doing? How did you make a hammock?
Using my imagination and this material you used as a couch cover.
Dismantle that hammock!
My life now.
Paul, you may not have a hammock!
Stop by that concrete wall, Dad.
How did you grow these trees with which to tie up your hammock?
My imagination, Dad, is more powerful than you could ever believe.
And seeds and water?
Just dead.
When I became king of this forest, I thought my troubles were over. Riches beyond my imagination, squirrels in my every beck and call. But I'm plagued, Creighton. I'm plagued by the deeds of my past.
Sire, what ails you?
Becoming king of the forest is no small deed, Creighton. There were a lot of men in front of me. A lot of men died.
Yeah.
Didn't need to.
Don't point your stick at me. It's
Sorry, Creighton. Don't fear me. My days are over soon. I feel it coming.
Feel what coming, sire?
Death.
Death? Oh, no.
Soon enough, Creighton. I will be no longer in this forest. Someone will need to take it. And I want someone pure of heart because my heart is black. Shriveled and black. With my sins weighing it down to the depths of hell. And I need someone pure and golden. Like you, Creighton. Like you.
It's not the
Sorry.
Sire, I'm all very honored, but do you really think I'm fit to lead the entire forest kingdom? I've never even said a word to a squirrel.
You're more than fit. Squirrel talk will come easy to you. It did to me. That's not where the real kinging lies. Not where the real ruling lies.
yourself. You are a great king.
Was
Come
I?
on. Come on. We have indoor plumbing now. We got central heating. The forest is great because of you sires on the up and up.
At what expense? I was given a utopia.
Yeah.
An oasis from that cruel world outside of this forest, and I turned it into the world outside of this forest.
That didn't make any sense. Although there was running water, heating, things outside of the castle had taken a turn for the worst.
Many people wondered what had happened. Why were the skies gray? Why did the storm clouds roll in like thundering herds of buffalo?
For breakfast, people found that they only had pot pies, and dinner was just eggs and bacon. Everything was topsy-turvy.
Songbirds only sang songs of death and sadness, and nobody liked it because it made everybody death and sadness.
There was hope, for a valiant knight came on his steed one hot summer day to free the people of the village.
His name was Larry! And he liked to dance.
He had a giant sword, but dancing was always his method and ways. He also had
The power to save everybody, the end. Hey, thanks so much for coming and building a huge tower for all of my guinea pigs. And because at one time they all escaped and I was blamed.
Is that a hammock?
Oh yeah, I gave them little hammocks and they have a little cornfield growing in there. They love that stuff.
Listen to me! Listen to me! I am familiar with the invisible mob, the visible mob, and the guinea pig mob. And the one thing tying all three together is that they can't stand hammocks. They can't stand it.
I don't like
They
hammocks.
will not tolerate a hammock. Do you understand what you've done here?
Oh man, hey guys. Hammock's gotta go. No, I know.
No! No! It's too late! It's too late! You must build walls around the house!
Around my house.
Yes, around your house! You're never leaving!
And I can't have hammocks either?
No, not a single one!
God,
You said we'll have to build a second wall around the house. Can't do that.
This really didn't work out the way I thought, guys. Yeah, I know, right?
Little girl. How did you find your way into this forest?
I used my imagination.
Girl, you got a lot of spark. I can see it in you. You got a lot of brightness in you.
Like a stick.
Keep that with you. When I was your age, I had that squashed out of me. I won't. I lost my sister when I was about your age. And it killed what little life was inside. Don't let life take that spark from you. Keep that. And you'll be fine. What was that? Forrest, you played tricks on me! Imagination. Take me dead.